Okay, so I thought I'd actually just share some stories about Ryan. Ryan and I began working at the Daily Egyptian together in January 2006. We both became in as copy editors. We were excited to be in the newsroom, a little intimidated by the talented staff. And we both talked between ourselves about how cool it would be one day for us to move up and become writers and editors and so forth. In the meantime, we spent our first month stabbing away at AP Style. We both had no clue. We confer with each other over a comma or a conjunction. Ryan would raise his eyebrow. I would slant my eyes. Then we both look at each other and say, all right, well, did we change it last time? Is it this one's turn to be changed? Our method was a far cry from journalism, but in time we learned. We both became reporters a few months later and went on to find our niches in the newsroom. I was glad my new funny friend and I had made it. Fast forward 2 years. Now, instead of winging it, Ryan and I would nitpick over the wording in his photo column or the size of his picture. He would come visit me in the Voices office. We'd have a hug. He would climb up on top of a row of filing cabinets, and we'd talk about where he should intern. I would come visit him in the photo room, and this time he'd be raising his eyebrow to show me he was pointing at his shoulders. They needed to be rubbed. One of the last things we talked about, Wendy, was whether he should shave his beard. I think I may have brought out a little bit of his vanity. I fully encouraged the conversation. It actually lasted for like over a half an hour. The thing about Ryan is that he always managed to create moments between people when you least expected it. The very last time I saw Ryan, he saved me $20. I had checked out a microphone from the journalism office a million years ago. Sherry had finally caught me, and I couldn't find it anywhere. And I reluctantly went in a couple weeks ago, handed over the money. The following Monday, Eric came to me and said Sherry had some good news for me. She realized what a poor college student I am and forgave my debt, was what I first thought. I walked in the office, and she handed me a $20 bill. Before I could say anything, she said, very cheerily, "Ryan Rendleman, return your microphone on Friday." I went back to the newsroom overjoyed. $20 is a big deal. I couldn't wait to thank him and hear how it happened. When I saw him, I said, "Ryan, you saved me $20. I owe you a hug." He was cornered in between a few people, but he smiled and said, "Oh, yeah, you do. I'm sorry about that. I had that microphone for a couple months. It was in your office one day and I needed it, and then it's just been sitting here. Are you mad?" He died the next day, and I have been agonizing over how I never gave Ryan that hug. Why didn't I just climb over everyone that was there? Why didn't I just see him that night in the photo room? Why didn't I talk to him just one last time? But today, I'm going to let my guilt go. I know Ryan would have been very humbled by the group that has gathered here today and would simply want me to live my life humbled by what he gave me while I knew him. Today, I'm going to do that, and I hope that the rest of us can too.